Hello, I'm Liesl with Rise Yoga. I'm here to teach you a chair yoga class today. What I'd like for you to start with is a really sturdy chair about 90 degrees from your hips and your knees. I like to start on the edge of my chair so I really have some good leg mobility here. So go ahead and join me on the edge of your seat if you can. You can wiggle back and forth. Make sure you're nice and stable. Another thing that you might wish to do is have your back legs against a wall, the back legs of the chair against a wall, so that as you stand up or move forward, the chair isn't going to slide out from under you. Okay, so having it braced against something is a really good idea. Alrighty, we're going to start today by noticing our breath a little bit. Just bring your head into the present moment. You're here to do something for yourself today. This is wonderful. It's a wonderful start. So let's close our eyes. Bring your attention to your breath as the air flows in and out of your body. Try to sit as tall as you can. Keep your knees positioned directly over your ankles. Your feet are about hip width apart, so a nice sturdy base of support here. Inhale, think about really filling your belly with air. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose, filling your belly with air. Hold it. And exhale through your nose again. This time I want you to think about expanding through the middle part of your chest. Inhale through the middle of your ribs, filling those middle side body ribs with air. Hold and exhale. Squeeze everything out like you're tightening your rib cage. Really good. Inhale, this time fill the top lobes of your lungs, so right underneath your collarbones. Your lungs come all the way up there. Inhale, filling this top part with air. Hold. And exhale through your nose. If you can create the sound of the ocean waves through your nose, that's called an ujjayi breath. It's really good for your soul. Go ahead and inhale through your nose again, filling up every single square inch of your lungs now. Expand your ribs, expand your chest. Hold, hold, hold. Everything is full and tight. And exhale. Squeeze everything out. Really nice. Focus on the present moment. Everything else will be there when we're done with our practice today. Let's start by wiggling our toes a little bit. What I want you to think about for the beginning of our practice today is keeping our knees nice and still. You're going to have to focus quite a bit because they're going to want to wiggle. So from here, you are going to turn your ankles out. Our knees are going to stay nice and still. Our big toes are going to lift up off the floor. This is harder than it looks. And then come back down. Now our ankles are going to tilt inward, and our little toes, oof, look at my wiggle. My little toes are going to try to come up off the floor. The outer border of my foot is going to try to raise up off the floor, and my knees are going to try to stay still. Our knees are going to want to come like this to help us. This is for our ankles. Okay, flatten out your foot. Tilt the other way. So the ankle goes to the outside, your big toe raises up off the floor, and our knees stay still. Good, and flatten. And then our baby toes come up, knees are still. See if you can get the entire outer border, outside border of your foot off the floor. And flatten out. One more time through both of those. Big toe inside of our foot comes up, 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 up off the floor. Our knees try to stay as still as they can. Flatten your foot. And then we're going to tilt the ankles to the inside, knees stay still. Good, and then that outer border raises. Really nice. Okay, relax. Pedal out your feet a little bit. That's harder than it looks, isn't it? Okay, bring your heels back underneath you. From here, we're going to shift our weight, tilt your weight forward a little bit. and put some weight through your knees with your hands, if that makes sense. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed, but put a little bit of weight through your hands on top of your knees. We're going to raise your heels. Try to go as high as you can. Again, you're pushing a little bit of weight through your knees here. Shoulders are down. Exhale, heels come down. Try to get your heels all the way to the floor. Inhale, heels come up. Hold, 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 hold. Exhale, heels go toward the floor. Flatten them out if you can. Inhale, heels come up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up, high as you can. High, 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 high. Exhale, tilting forward. Heels go all the way to the floor. Good. Now from here, I'm going to see if you can twist your heels back a little bit. We're going to try to create a little bit more length there. So you keep your feet the way they are. We're trying to get a little bit more of a bend here, a little bit more of an angle in our ankles here. Try to keep your back nice and straight and strong. If you can, pull your belly button toward your spine. We're not arching our back. We're not rounding our back. We're keeping it nice and long and straight. Tilting forward, allowing some length to happen in those ankles. Be aware of where your knees are. Make sure they're not collapsing in or going to the outside. Put weight through all four corners of your foot if you can. Really nice. You might even feel a little bit of a quad burn right here on your thighs. That's good. Wake everything up. And sit back. Pedal out your feet a little. Really nice. Okay. Make sure you're nice and stable on your seat. We're going to do some breathing exercises and some movement. This will be invigorating. Do the best you can. If something is hurting, pinching, discontinue. Either back off a little bit and do it at a shorter or a smaller range of motion, or just wait and pick up on the next exercise. Okay, so we're going to inhale and arms are going to come up, reaching toward the ceiling. Think about lengthening through your spine. We're going to exhale and go forward as best as you can. It does not have to be down to the floor. Think about rounding your back. Inhale, come up, reaching to the ceiling. Our belly button draws in toward our spine. Inhale, exhale, rounding our back. Round, round, round. See if you can look at the wall behind you through your knees. Inhale, come up, reach to the sky. We're not arching back, we're just reaching up, up, up. Exhale, rounding back. Pull your belly button to your spine here. Inhale, come up, reaching to the sky. Belly button tucked in. Exhale, belly button pulls to the spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Squeeze all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, come up. And exhale, down. Inhale and find a peaceful seat right in the middle where you're comfortable. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Really nice. Okay, from here, we're going to lean slightly back. If you want to hold onto your chair or the armrests, if you have them, that's fine. We're going to lean just a little bit back. Again, I want you to be mindful, I'll show you here, that we are not, as we lean back, that we're not collapsing in our back. We're not arching. We're trying to keep everything nice and straight, nice and still. Our belly button pulls toward our spine, but again, we're not arching or collapsing our back. Okay, so start kind of towards the edge of your seat here. Knees are directly over your ankles. Ankles and feet are about hip width apart. We're going to lean a little bit back. Try to stay long and broad through your chest and collarbones here. Find some space there. Take up space. Inhale here. Pull your belly button to your spine and exhale. Inhale, think about maybe a rod or a string pulling up, lengthening your spine, going out of the crown of your head. And exhale. Next time on our inhale, we're going to pick up our left foot. Inhale, the left knee comes up. Exhale, left knee comes down. Inhale, right knee comes up. Keep that belly button pulled tight towards your spine. Exhale, left knee down. Right knee down. Inhale, left knee up. And exhale, knee comes down. Inhale, right knee comes up. Exhale, down. Again, everything is staying nice and broad through our chest. Belly button is pulled in. Tuck your chin a little bit if you can. Everything is nice and broad here. Inhale, lift the left knee up. Exhale, left knee comes down. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, right knee down. Excellent. Good work. Okay, our next position here, we are going to heel toe our left foot to the outside. You can stay on the edge of your seat here. I actually like to turn my chair a little bit, or turn in my chair to the corner, so I feel like I have a little bit more stability here. Okay, so that left knee has walked to the outside. From here, we are going to come forward over our right knee. Keep your back, your spine nice and long. That string is pulling out the crown of your head. And we're going to come rest forward if you can, as far as you can, being comfortable and safe with your body. See if you can find a stretch in the inside of your left thigh. Inhale and exhale here. Try to find length and width through your feet so that all four corners of your feet are nice and spread out through the floor. Inhale, again, create that length. That spine is long. And exhale, come on back up. This time, we're going to walk our right foot, out to the outside. They can be a little bit in front of us, just like this. We are going to do, in this position, a modified warrior two pose. So if you can, point your toes toward the left wall, and then, left toes toward the left wall, right toes toward the right wall, as best you can. In this position, I want you to try to be as tall as you can. We're going to create length and space through our trunk here, okay? Try to keep your shoulders down, nice and relaxed. From here, we're going to pick up our right hand, reach it up toward the ceiling, and then we're going to tilt over to the left. Left elbow to left knee. Try to keep your trunk nice and in alignment with your body, kind of like a sheet of paper. We don't want to allow any twisting of our trunk here. We want to keep everything nice and straight, so our shoulders are going to be stacked right on top of each other. No twisting. Stack those shoulders right over left. Good. Make sure there's space so that our ear is not collapsing to our shoulder. Be nice and strong here. Inhale and exhale. See if you can feel the length on your right side body. It should be really long here. Make sure to keep your right hip planted firmly on the seat of your chair. We don't want it to raise up. We want it to be nice and firm there. Really nice. And come on back to the center. Arms come down. Take a breath here. We're going to do that same thing again. Inhale up and exhale over. See if you can maintain this position. Again, that right hip nails to the seat. Don't let it lift up. Shoulders are stacked right on top of each other, nice and strong in this position. This can be challenging. If you are up for one additional challenge, we're going to extend that left arm. Woo! That's hard. Okay, extend it. See if you can keep your spine long. Excellent. And if you can, come all the way up. Woo! That was challenging. If not, use that hand to help you push up. That is just fine. There is no shame in that. Okay, bend these knees, bring them right to the middle. So our heels are pointed inward. Both knees are going to be pulling to the outside or pulling toward the back of the chair, if you can. From here, we're going to sit nice and tall and tip forward. If you can tip forward onto your elbows, great. See if you can find some space here. Really nice. Flatten your feet, really lengthen them, create some wideness of your foot here. Think about the four corners of your feet grounding into the floor. Take some good deep breaths here. And exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. And push through your heels and come on back up. Really nice. Let those legs help you to come back into sitting. This time we're going to straighten our left knee. Just gently walk that foot out. Really nice. Make sure you're nice and firmly seated on your chair. We're not going to slide right off. Okay, from here again, create length through your trunk, through your middle. We're going to reach our spine up toward the ceiling. Our shoulders stay down. We're going to inhale and tilt over to the right side. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky and tip it over. See if you can find some length here. That left hip this time is going to sink into the chair. Don't let it pop off or twist or rotate. Our shoulders are stacked nicely on top of one another. We're not going to allow the shoulder to come forward and twist. Stack it. This way, we can create really good length through our left side body here. Open up our side ribs. Create some space here between your shoulder and your ear. Inhale and exhale. Find some really good space here. Inhale, exhale, come up right to the middle. Take a little break. We're going to do that once more. You're doing great. All right, inhale, left arm reaches to the sky. We're going to tilt over to the right side. This is a nice, powerful pose here. Our chest is open. See if you can broaden your collarbones a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Press the weight through your feet here. If you're up for a really nice challenge, keep your legs activated. Like your knees are nice and straight. You're putting weight through both heels. If you're up for the extra challenge, I want you to reach your right arm over to the right side. Really nice. Hold that here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. That's nice and challenging. Come up to the center, pushing through your right leg. Excellent. And if you can't do that, that's just fine. Just push through that hand. Yeah, help your body out. And then bring your heels to the center again. I'm going to reposition myself on my chair. Feel free to do that anytime. We're going to keep our knees out, feet out, and come forward again. You can have your hands on your knees like this. You can have your elbows on your knees if that is in your body's ability today. Remember, every day is different, every pose is different, and every body is different. Whatever is right for you today is exactly where you should be. Listen to your body. Pay attention. If you feel an area of restriction here, feel free to wiggle side to side and see if you can find that area of tightness and sit into it for just a little bit here. Breathe and let that relax. Really nice. Okay, and then push through your heels, dive deep through your heels, and bring yourself up to sitting. Good. Heel toe your feet right back to the center. Really nice. Give those hips a little bit of a shake. That was quite a bit of pressure on them, but really good to get our hips nice and open. Work through our thighs a little bit. Excellent work. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. From here, I'm going to have my left foot in front of me a little bit. And then the other leg is going to the one that's behind. Try to see if you can get your heel all the way planted onto the floor. This is tricky. It does not need to be as far as mine is. It can be even just 2 inches behind the other is just fine. However you can position your foot, I need to widen my base a little bit. Again, about hip width apart. Your feet can be hip width apart. And then one foot is going to slide back to the point where you can still have your heel touching. We don't want it raised up. We want that heel down. From here, all we're going to do is inhale, arms come up toward the sky. We're going to exhale and tip our whole body forward. And then we're going to return to sitting. I'll show you what this looks like. Belly button up to the spine. Inhale. We're going to exhale, come forward. Inhale, come down. Really good. This can be a little bit tricky. We're working on our balance and on our leg strength. We're not going to come all the way up to standing. We're just going to tip forward, way forward. Think about bringing your nose way over your toes of that front foot. And then our hands are going to help to guide us up into that crouched position and back down. And then we're going to coordinate that with our breath. You've got this. You can do it. Inhale, arms come up, shoulders down, belly in toward the spine. Exhale, tip forward. Keep those heels nice and grounded. Inhale, come back to seated. Exhale, tip forward. Nice and grounded in your feet. Inhale, sit down. Tip forward. See if you can hold it here for a second. Inhale and exhale, sit. Really nice. Once more. Inhale. Exhale, come forward all the way. Weight through your feet. Spread out those toes. Heels sink into the ground. And return to sitting. Arms come down. Shake out your body here. Really nice. That's not easy to do. All right. We're going to walk. Again, I'm going to switch my positions here so you can see what we're doing. Switch your other foot behind to them. So just pull that toe back as far as you can and still maintain your heel, your back heel on the floor, okay? I tend to want to bring my feet together. Make sure your feet are nice and hip width apart. There should be plenty of space there so it's not too much of a balance challenge for us. Inhale, arms come up. Lengthen through your spine. We're going to tip our nose over our front toes. Really get that body forward. And inhale, return to sitting. Inhale, exhale, come up. Keeping your back nice and straight here and down. Inhale. Come up to standing or crouched position. Exhale. Inhale back in. Remember your belly button is pulling towards your spine the whole time. Exhale. Come to a crouched standing. In this position, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Keep your back nice and long like a string is pulling throughout the crown of your head. Your feet are firmly planted on the ground and sit back. Good. We're going to do this just one more time. You've got this. Inhale. Exhale, tip forward. Keep your heels firmly planted on the ground. Nice crouched gait. It doesn't have to be this low. If your position looks like this, that is just fine. That's perfect. And return to sitting. Arms come down. And wiggle out your body. Really nice. Those were hard positions. I hope you're feeling a little bit sweaty by now. All right, and we are going to end our practice there. Let's go ahead and start to settle our minds, settle our spirits a little bit. You did a really good job. I'm going to square up here. In this position, I'm going to have you bring your left ankle to your right knee. We're going to try to do a little bit of stretching. If you want to heel toe that foot more toward the center, that's just fine. I'd like you to sit up nice and tall. String pulling out the top of your head. Shoulders are down. Shoulders aren't up here in our ears. Create some space there. Try to create some relaxation. I'm going to bring that ankle back out directly under my hip now. I have a little more motion. What we're looking for is this gentle stretch in this left hip. Really good. Okay. Take some good cleansing, relaxing breaths here. Create space in your shoulders. You can roll your shoulders out a little bit. Roll your ankle. Create more room here in this joint. And let's set that foot down. We're going to pick up our opposite foot now. Place it on your left knee. Again, I kind of like to start with that supporting leg under me a little bit until that hip opens up. And then as my right hip opens up, I'm going to square up my ankle underneath my left knee here. Really good. That creates a little bit of easing into this position so that my right hip isn't cranked on right away. We did some work on it today, so it might be a little bit tighter now that those muscles have turned on. We want to loosen those up again. Okay, sit tall here. If you want to create a little bit more space in your hip, you can lean forward if you're needing more of a stretch here. Just make sure that that spine stays nice and long. Our shoulders are down and back. Really good. Inhale. Exhale any stress you might be holding on to or any restriction or tightness you might be holding on to in that hip. Do you notice any difference between the right and left sides today? Really nice. And let's let that foot return to the floor. So we can do our Shavasana sitting in our chair. If it's in your practice to get on the floor, you can lay flat on the floor or you can have your legs up on your chair if you are used to and can access the floor. If you can't access the floor, get on and off the floor. That's just fine. You can take your resting pose in your chair, scooting your bottom back this way. Arms stay open. You can have your feet in a comfortable position. Roll those shoulder blades back. Rest your head. Close your eyes. If you are able to access the floor, Shavasana can be really nice, even with the use of the chair, by turning the chair sideways here and resting our feet up on the seat of the chair. In this position, you can find relaxation. Take up space here. You can widen your arms, roll your shoulder blades back and down, relax your knees. Your knees may fall out to the side. We're going to start with our toes and let them go completely. And then our ankles and our knees, our hips. Feel your hips totally relax. If your legs are elevated on your chair like mine are, feel the weight of your femurs or these thigh bones just sinking right into your hip joints here, those hip sockets. Relax your fingertips, your fingers, your hands, your elbows and shoulders. Letting go of any tension that might be holding on. Bring your attention to your breath and to the center. As thoughts, worries, concerns, to-do lists pop into your head, think about just releasing them. Like a bird in your hand, you're going to release it. Let it go. Right now is not the time. And bring your attention to your breath. The way the air feels moving in and out of your lungs, through your throat, through your nasal cavities. for your mind to wander, to let go and float free. This is time that you have carved for yourself. Take advantage of this peace. Bring awareness to your toes and your fingers by wiggling them. Roll your ankles. Bring your awareness back to your breath, to this time and this space. Wiggle your knees. If your feet are up on a chair, gently set them to the side. I'm going to push my chair out of the way. If you are on the floor, you can roll to your side and hang out there for just a minute. Eventually, we want to bring our attention and our body back to a seated position. If you can, keep your eyes closed throughout this practice so that we can really reap the benefits of having had a relaxed and open mind. If you can't push up into sitting, I'll join you back on my chair, but find a place of gentle ease and sitting. Thank yourself and thank your body for showing up for yourself today, creating space for more movement, more stability, more strength in your body and in your life. This will help you create more of the life you're looking for, being able to participate actively and fully in yourself and the things that are most important to you. Thank you for joining me with Rise Yoga today. I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.